how are you? By blessings to the God, you are doing well. So, this is Dr. A B JENA. I am welcoming to all of you to your channel. It's a Dr. A B JENA classes. Friends, आज हम डिस्कशन करेंगे the 40 vital MCQs from the cost accounting as per the prescribed syllabus of postgraduate teachers in the subject of commerce. I mean PGT in the subject of commerce. And so far as our discussion is concerned, so ये डिस्कशन बहुत हेल्पफुल होगा पर्टिकुलरली टू द 11th एंड 12th स्टैंडर्ड स्टूडेंट के लिए इन CBSE दैट इज CHESE NCERT कॉमर्स बोर्ड. ऑल्सो आज का डिस्कशन बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग यूजफुल होगा to the UG and PG students so far the commerce management MFC as well as the CA and ICWA फाउंडेशन कोर्स के लिए आज का डिस्कशन भी बहुत हेल्पफुल होगा UGC नेट JRF पे पर्टिकुलरली इन द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ कॉमर्स मैनेजमेंट. ऑल्सो आज का डिस्कशन बहुत हेल्पफुल होगा दोज हु आर गोइंग to for the interview board, particularly in the lectureship examination in the commerce management and other related subjects. So ये मेरा वादा है, ये आई एम इंश्योरिंग यू दैट. सो आज का डिस्कशन बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग होगा एंड डेफिनेटली यू विल गेट द एकेडमिक एंजॉयमेंट एंड यू विल नो मोर एंड मोर. फ्रेंड्स, मैं रिक्वेस्ट आप सबको करता हूँ ड्यूरिंग द डिस्कशन इफ एनी mismatch or gap you will find, kindly you give your available comment and suggestion in the comment section. So friends, without wasting your available time आज का डिस्कशन शुरू हो जाए. क्या बात है. सो हम डिस्कशन करेंगे एक का बाद 40 vital MCQs from the cost accounting specially for the postgraduate teachers in the subject of commerce. So क्या बात है. सो आज का डिस्कशन शुरू हो जाए. Friends, it's the series 5 of a PGT and I have already posted the series 1, series 2, series 3, series 4. And very soon also friends you will get the MCQs from the business studies from the paper 1. You will get it's from the unit 4. Very soon you will get the MCQs from the business studies. So friends, without delay हम डिस्कशन करेंगे एक के बाद एक. सो आवर डिस्कशन क्या है ऑन कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग. सो हमको पता होना चाहिए हु इज रिगार्डेड एज द फादर ऑफ कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग और हु इज नोन एज द फादर ऑफ कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग. ए इट्स फ्रेडरिक W. टेलर, F. W. टेलर, B. इट्स फिलिप कोटलर, C. इट्स यूजन फार्मर, D. इट्स दैट इज द जेरम ली Nicholson. No doubt friends, so D is the right option for this MCQ. So Frederick W. Taylor and the F. W. Taylor is the father of scientific management. Philip Kotler is known as the father of modern marketing management, and Eugene Fama is known as the father of financial management. Friends, for your kind information, I have already posted one separate video, the father of a different subject. Kindly go through the posted video. Second one MCQ. सो हमारा डिस्कशन है कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग. सो हमको पता होना चाहिए और डेफिनेटली वी मस्ट नो. सो कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग क्या है. द कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग इज ए मैनेजरियल अकाउंटिंग प्रोसेस व्हिच इन्वॉल्व्स द recording, classifying and report the cost of a business firm or a company. So it's the meaning of cost accounting. So I will request to all of you kindly go through the bookish definition. So it's the meaning of क्या है the cost accounting. The second one is overhead costs are the total of क्या है. A it's all specific cost, B it's all direct cost, C it's all indirect cost and both direct and indirect cost. No doubt friends. So A is the right option for this MCQ. Overhead मतलब क्या है cost. So all indirect costs. So C is the right option for this MCQ. So here, what is this overhead cost? So these are the overhead cost is equal to what is this indirect material plus indirect labor cost plus indirect expenses. So इट इज नोन एज क्या है ओवरहेड कॉस्ट. सो नेक्स्ट वन हम देखेंगे क्या है. सो प्राइम कॉस्ट इंक्लूड्स क्या है. ए डायरेक्ट मटेरियल, डायरेक्ट वेजेस एंड डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस. बी डायरेक्ट मटेरियल, डायरेक्ट वेजेस, डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस. सी इट्स सी दैट इज द डायरेक्ट मटेरियल, indirect wages and indirect expenses. C it's C, sorry it's C, that is the typing error, spelling is there, typing error is there, kindly don't mind with regard to that is the spelling of typing. D it's indirect material, indirect wages and indirect expenses. No doubt friends, it's the opposite of overhead. So prime cost includes क्या है. Prime cost is equal to what is this direct material plus direct wages plus direct expenses. So D is the right, sorry A is right option for this Q. So next one, preliminary expenses are the example of क्या है what. A it's current assets, B it's current liabilities, C it's fixed assets, D it's fictitious asset. Friends, so D is the right option for this MCQ. So preliminary expenses are the example of क्या है, that is the fictitious asset. What is the meaning of fictitious assets? So fictitious assets, the assets which cannot be realized, like I mean in cash, or you cannot sell it, or you cannot realize it, or no further benefit can be derived from these assets. So these assets are not really assets, but are shown the asset side of the balance sheet only for transferring them to the profit and loss accounting gradually over a period of time. Examples, for example, debit balance of profit and loss account, expenditure not written off like the advertisement expenses. So these are the examples. So friends, you have to remember now you are clear what is the meaning of fictitious assets. So next one MCQ हम देखेंगे क्या है. ओपनिंग स्टॉक प्लस परचेजेस प्लस डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस माइनस क्लोजिंग स्टॉक क्या है. A it's net profit, B it's office and administrative expenses, C it's cost of production, D it's cost of goods sold. Friends, so C is the right option for this MCQ. Opening stock plus purchases plus direct expenses minus closing stock is what is this? It's the cost of goods sold. So next one MCQ हम देखेंगे. Contribution margin is also known as क्या है. A it's net profit, B it's gross profit, C it's marginal income, D it's all the above. Friends, no doubt, so C is the right option for this MCQ. So contribution margin को हम क्या बोलेंगे और क्या बोलते हैं. It's the marginal income. What is the meaning of contribution margin? In the case of management accounting, which we have already discussed, again we'll discuss what is the meaning of contribution margin. So contribution margin is computed as selling price per unit, selling price per unit minus the variable cost per unit. It's known as what is this? It's the contribution margin. So next one हम देखेंगे क्या है. What is the meaning of contribution? We have already discussed. The excess of selling price over variable cost per unit. B it's difference between the selling price and a total cost. C it's subscription towards raising capital. D it's none of the above. Friends, so A is the right option for this MCQ. The term contribution refers to the excess of selling price over the variable cost. So next one MCQ हम देखेंगे. The establishment of relationship between contribution and sales is known as क्या है. A it's marginal costing, B it's absorption costing, C it's profit volume ratio, D it's that is the fixed cost ratio. Friends, so C is the right option for this MCQ. PV ratio. So PV ratio is the relationship between contribution and sales. So C is the right option for this MCQ. So what is the meaning of PV ratio? So PV ratio is the measurement of the rate of change on on profit due to the change in value of sales. So PV ratio is the measurement of the rate of change of profit due to the change in volume of sales. So next one MCQ में हम देखेंगे पीरियड कॉस्ट आर द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ क्या है. ए इट्स वेरिएबल कॉस्ट, बी इट्स फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट, सी इट्स प्राइम कॉस्ट, डी इट्स none of above. No doubt friends, so B is the right option for this MCQ. The fixed cost are the example क्या है, the fixed cost. So next one हम देखेंगे profit volume ratio is an indication of what? A it's a rate of profit, B it's the volume of profit, C it's the volume of sales, D it's the rate at which the goods are sold. Friends, so A is the right option for this MCQ. PV ratio is an indication of क्या है, that is the rate of profit. So A is the right option for this MCQ. So next one हम देखेंगे the process costing is suitable in which farm. A it's a bricks laying farms, B it's a transport farm, C it's a oil refining farms, D it's a medical industry. Friends, so C is the right option for this MCQ. Process costing is suitable to oil refining farm. So next one MCQ हम देखेंगे what is the meaning of process costing. So process costing refers to a cost accounting technique which is used, sorry it's a typing error, it's a which is used for assigning the production cost to mass products or mass produced goods. It's the meaning of a process costing. So next one MCQ में हम देखेंगे from the standard costing. So standard costing is a technique which compares what? A its fixed cost with total cost, B its variable cost with total cost, C its actual cost with other firm cost, D its actual cost with standard cost to find out the variation. No doubt friends, so D is the right option for this MCQ. So standard costing is a technique which compares in between what is this, the actual cost with the standard cost, and it's to know or to find out the variation. So here friends, we have to know what is the meaning of standard cost and what is the meaning of standard costing. According to the definition given by CIMA, standard cost is the predetermined cost based on the technical estimates for materials, labor and overheads for a selected period of time for a prescribed set of working conditions. It's the meaning of standard cost. What is the meaning of standard costing? Similarly, according to the definition given by CIMA, the preparation of standard cost and applying them to measure the variations from the actual cost and analyzing the causes of variation with a view to maintain the maximum efficiency of the operation so that any remedial action may be taken immediately to reduce or to avoid the variation. So it's the meaning of standard costing. So next one MCQ क्या है, salary paid to permanent employees of a business firm or of a company or a corporate is an example क्या है, it's a implicit cost, B it's explicit cost, C it's variable cost, D it's fixed cost. Friends, so D is the right option for this MCQ. Salary paid to permanent employees is an example of a fixed cost. So next one MCQ हम देखेंगे total of all direct cost is known as क्या है. A its cost of production, B its cost of sales, C its works cost, D its prime cost. Friends, so no doubt it's prime cost. Total of all direct cost is known as क्या है, prime cost. So it's that is the direct material, direct labor, direct expenses. So these are the components of that is the prime cost we have already discussed. So next one हम देखेंगे warehousing expenses are the example of क्या है, A it's production overheads, B it's distribution overheads, C it's selling overheads, D it's none of the above. Friends, no doubt. So B is the right option for this MCQ. Warehouse expenses are the example of a distribution overhead. So next one हम देखेंगे what is the meaning of PV ratio, which we have already discussed. So how the PV ratio is calculated. The formula of a PV ratio क्या है? Is A it's sales divided profit divided by sales. B it's profit divided by contribution. C it's contribution by sales, and D it's profit divided by sales. No doubt, friends. So C is the right option for this MCQ. The formula of a PV ratio or PV ratio is calculated by taking this formula contribution divided by sales. We have already discussed what is the meaning of a contribution. So next one, contribution is equal to क्या है? Contribution, how you will calculate, or contribution, how the contribution is calculated. A it's sales minus fixed cost, B it's sales plus variable cost, C it's sales minus cost of sales, D it's sales minus variable cost. Friends, so D is the right option for this MCQ. C is equal to what is this? Sales minus variable cost. Friends, you have to remember. Now you are clear कैसा contribution calculate होता है. So next one हम देखेंगे which technique is used to evaluate the deviation of actual cost from standard cost. So deviation मतलब gap or the that is the variation or the variance. A it's trend analysis, B it's unit costing, C it's that is the job costing, D it's that is the variance costing. Friends, so D is the right option for this MCQ. So variance analysis is used to evaluate the deviation of actual cost from the standard cost. So next one, what is the meaning of a bin card? बाद में हम चर्चा करेंगे what is the meaning of a bin card. So a quantitative value which records of material receipts issued and balances. B it's the quantitative record of receipts issued and closing balance of each item of the store. C it's a record of labor attendance. D it's both A and B. Friends, no doubt B is the right option for this MCQ. So bin card is a quantitative record of receipts, issues and a closing balance of each item of stores of a business, organization or firm. So salary of a foreman, when the salary will be given to foreman, the salary of foreman is an example of क्या है? A it's a variable overhead, B it's a semi variable overhead, C it's a fixed overhead, D it's a none of above. Friends, so B is the right option for this MCQ. So semi variable overhead क्या है? So partly that is the fixed and partly that is the variable. It's known as what is this? The semi variable cost or semi variable overhead. So here this will be the part of the fixed cost and the part will be the variable cost. It's known as a semi variable cost or the overhead. So friends, so here B is the right option for this MCQ. So next one हम देखेंगे the ascertainment of cost after they have been incurred is known as क्या है? A it's historical costing, B it's marginal costing, C it's process costing, D it's batch costing. Friends, so A is the right option for this MCQ. The ascertainment of costs after they have been incurred is known as that is the historical costing. So next one हम देखेंगे so कौन सा टाइप और which types of costing is suitable for oil refining firm. A it's marginal costing, B it's job costing, C it's that is the contract costing, D it's that is the process costing. Friends, so D is the right option for this MCQ. The process costing is suitable to oil refining firm. So D is the right option for this MCQ. So next one हम देखेंगे name a type of cost which is incurred even when a business unit is closed. A it's opportunity cost, B it's historical cost, C it's shutdown cost, D it's that is the notional cost. Friends, so C is the right option for this MCQ. So shutdown cost is incurred even when a business unit is closed down. Friends, in separate video we will discuss the cost, meaning of cost and different types of that is the cost and cost technique. So next one हम देखेंगे which among of the following is a semi variable cost. A, it's rent of a room. B, it's telephone expenses. C, it's salary. D, it's all the above. Friends, so B is the right option for this MCQ. So telephone expenses are, or telephone expenses is a semi variable cost. So B is the right option for this MCQ. Then we'll see a type of loss that should not affect the cost of inventories is known as क्या है. A, it's abnormal loss. B, it's normal loss. C, it's seasonal loss. D, it's standard loss. Friends, so B is the right option for this MCQ. A type of loss that should not affect the cost of inventory is known as a what? It's the normal loss. So next MCQ from the FIFO, it stands for fast in, fast out, no doubt. So here just we will read out the which inventory valuation method, I mean the FIFO method shows the higher profit during the period of rising prices. So here B is the right option for this MCQ. Friends, what is the meaning of FIFO? So an assets or inventory management approach in which the assets produced or acquired fast are sold, used and disposed of fast. It's the meaning of that is the FIFO. So next one हम देखेंगे next one MCQ from the batch costing. So batch costing is useful to determine what? A, it's a profit of batches. B, it's a maximum quantity of output. C, it's a minimum quantity of output. D, it's economic batch quantity. Friends, so D is the right option for this MCQ. D. So batch costing is useful to determine what? The economic batch quantity. So देखेंगे what is the meaning of batch costing. So batch costing is a specific costing technique where the products are produced in predetermined lots known as what is this batch. Friends, again मैं repeat करता हूँ what is the meaning of और batch costing क्या है. Batch costing is a specific costing technique where the products are produced in predetermined lots known as batch. So next one MCQ हम देखेंगे the summary of all functional budget is known as summary of all functional budget को हम क्या बोलेंगे और क्या बोलते हैं. A, it's functional budget. B, it's sales budget. C, it's flexible budget. D, it's master budget. Friends, so D is the right option for this MCQ. The summary of all the functional budget is known as the master budget. So D is the right option for this MCQ. So next one, overhead is the what? We have already discussed. So overhead is the, no doubt, it's all indirect cost. So it's the indirect material, indirect labor, indirect expenses. Indirect expense. So it is, so overhead is equal to what is this? Overhead is equal to indirect material plus indirect labor plus indirect cost or indirect expenses. So next one MCQ हम देखेंगे A B C analysis. A B C analysis technique which is used to control the inventory. So A B C analysis is an inventory control technique where A, inventory levels are maintained for production. B, its inventory is classified A, B and C category. A being the highest quantity and lowest value. C, its the inventory is classified into A, B and C category with A is the lowest quantity, quantity and highest value. D, it's both A and B. Friends, so C is the right option for this MCQ. It's the common question. So ABC analysis is an inventory control technique where inventory is classified A, B, C category and A is the what is this lowest quantity but is having with the highest value. So utmost care will be taken into consideration for the A category. So here friends, what is this? We have to know A B C analysis divides the inventory into three categories or three parts on the basis of their value and importance to a firm, which we have already discussed. So A, it's the high value items, B, it's the medium value items, and C is what is this? It's the low value item. So that's why, so A is that is the lowest quantity and A is having with the highest value. सो नेक्स्ट वन MCQ हम देखेंगे ऑफिस ओवरहेड प्लस व्हाट इज इक्वल टू व्हाट इज दिस कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन ए इट्स फैक्ट्री ओवरहेड्स बी इट्स दैट इज द फैक्ट्री कॉस्ट सी इट्स दैट इज द डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट डी इट्स दैट इज द marginal cost. So friends, no doubt, so B is the right option for this MCQ. Office overheads plus the factory costs is equal to what is this cost of production. Friends, so B is the right option for this MCQ. So next one हम देखेंगे materials requisition note क्या है. materials requisition note क्या है? records the return of unused materials. B its record the transfer of materials from one store to another. C its authorizes and records the issues of materials for use. D its both A and B. Friends, so C is the right option for this MCQ. Materials requisition notes, what is this? Sorry, this will be the record. ये भी record होगा, ये authorize and record. So C is the right option for this MCQ. Materials requisition note authorize and record the issue of materials for use. So C is the right option for this MCQ. Next one MCQ, loss arising from the rejected the semi-finished goods is known as क्या है? A its spoilage, B its scrap, C its wastage, D its net loss. Friends, so B is the right option for this MCQ. Loss arising from the rejected the semi-finished goods is known as scrap. So next one, at the time of falling the prices, which method is the most suitable method of pricing the material issues? A it's average method, B it's LIFO method, C it's FIFO method, D it's best stock method. Friends, so C is the right option for this MCQ. At the time of falling the prices, that is the FIFO method is the most suitable method of pricing the material issues. Friends, LIFO stands for last in first out. So next one MCQ हम देखेंगे बीन कार्ड is usually maintained by whom in a firm? A its cost accountant, B its accountant, C its sales manager, D its storekeeper. Friends, so D is the right option for this MCQ. So bean card is usually maintained by the storekeeper in a business firm. So next one, the bean card inventory card और stock inventory card को also it's known as बोलते हैं inventory card. Also the stock card is a record keeping document which is used in retail and other businesses in requiring the stock room. It's the meaning of a bean card. Again मैं repeat करता हूँ friends. So bean card is a record keeping document which is used in retail and other businesses in requiring a stock room. For the stock purposes, the bean card is maintained. So next one MCQ, perpetual inventory system is based on A records and continuous physical stock taking, B it's physical stock taking, C it's providing the information about the stock once a year, D it's none of these. Friends, so A is the right option for this MCQ. Perpetual inventory system is based on records and continuous physical stock taking. So next one MCQ हम देखेंगे बैच कॉस्टिंग इज ए काइंड ऑफ कौन सा कॉस्टिंग है? ए इट्स ऑपरेशन कॉस्टिंग, बी इट्स प्रोसेस कॉस्टिंग, सी इट्स स्पेसिफिक कॉस्टिंग, डी इट्स यूनिट कॉस्टिंग. नो डाउट फ्रेंड, सी राइट ऑप्शन है. बैच कॉस्टिंग इज the kind of specific costing. So C is the right option for this MCQ. So next one MCQ, which costing technique और कौन सा costing technique यूज होती है when a quantity of similar and identical products are produced by a firm as one job? A it's that is the job costing, B it's unit costing, C it's batch costing, D it's contract costing. Friends, D is the right option for this MCQ. So batch costing technique is used to when a quantity of similar and identical products are produced by a firm as a one job. So C is the right option for this MCQ. So next one हम देखेंगे. So depreciation is the कौन सा टाइप का एक्सपेंडिचर है और डैश एक्सपेंडिचर. ए इट्स फिक्स्ड, बी इट्स वेरिएबल, सी इट्स सेमी वेरिएबल, डी इट्स capital. Friends, so C is the right option for this MCQ. So depreciation is the semi variable expenditure. Friends, what is the meaning of that is the depreciation? So it is depreciation is an accounting method which is used to allocate the cost of a tangible and physical assets over its useful life. Friends, normally so fixed assets is the decreasing value of fixed assets. So depreciation is charged on a fixed asset like the land, building, machines, etc. So last but not the least, the vital MCQs from the cost accounting. So bad debts are which types of expenses? A it's that is the selling expenses, B it's the financial expenses, C it's the distribution expenses, D it's all the above. Friends, so no doubt, so bad debts are the selling expenses. What is the meaning of bad debts? The amount which are not recovered from the debtors or the customer is known as क्या हम बोलेंगे? It's the bad debts. And from this image also very interesting. So bad debts, it's a loaned money that a creditor writes off as a uncollectible. Let's take an example. A is the seller, B is the customer. Suppose B has purchased the goods from A on credit. Let's take an example, rupees 5,000 on credit, and later on B will not pay this amount to A, and the 5,000 rupees will be treated as the bad debt to A. So the bad debt arises due to the selling. So on credit selling. Friends, so these are all about the 40 important vital MCQs for the PGT in the subject of commerce from the cost account. And friends, I'm hopeful that you have learned a lot, and if you have not subscribed my channel, kindly you subscribe it, kindly आप फॉरवर्ड कीजिए, काइंडली आप शेयर कीजिए, काइंडली आप कमेंट कीजिए. सो आई एम वेटिंग योर वैल्यूएबल कमेंट एंड सजेशन, and kindly you drop your valuable comment in the comment section. So thanks a billion to all of you. So आज के लिए इतना, thanks a lot to all of you.